Did you miss us? Because we missed you. The Proview Rundown. We are back, sports fans. A happy Tuesday to you. I'm Adam Diehl. Glad you could join us. The 2017-18 season is amongst us, and we've been out doing some preseason football updates, if you will, trying to find out who's going to be good, who's ready for the season to start. We've got our schedule laid out. It's right there, the 23rd, the first game of the season. It'll be at Community Stadium. Of course, we're going to have it for you on Proview Sports Network. We also have our My 50 game of the week. Every week, Proview Networks has teamed up with My 50 TV, and we'll have those games for you, and we'll show you what our first one is in just a moment. But it's that time. We're going to introduce our crew here in a moment, but let's start with some two-a-day coverage. And last week, two-a-days got going in the football world, and we might as well start with the defending state champs in 6A, the Rio Rancho Rams. Two-a-day coverage continues at the defending state champs, the Rio Rancho Rams, in 6A here on Proview Sports Network. Now listen, the Rams, they've won 2 of the last 3 years, and you can tell a championship mentality. Some of the players and Coach David House talked about that, including their schedule coming up, Mayfield opening off to start the season, and a really stout defense. Some key players lost last year, but some key contributors ready to take over this season.
They're all right. They're fun, really. It's fun to come out here and compete for such a long time with our teammates and, just really get better. It's going to be hard to repeat, but we definitely have the squad to do it again. Even though it's a fun process, it's like a weight off your shoulders so you can come in the season and just play, worry about the team. That's going to be fun. We went up there last year. Everyone had us getting beat. We ended up beating them by 20. Stopped the game early, so it's gonna be fun. They're gonna have vengeance, and they're gonna come back with vengeance. So it'll be a good one. We look good. We're flying around like we did last year. We're thumping, we're hitting, and we all got motors. It's looking good. Guys like Josh are irreplaceable, but we have guys that can step up and not be Josh, but fill their place at least.
2 days is actually pretty nice. It's a little hot, but we Rams, we battle through everything. So that's what we're doing right now. Tomorrow's our last day of 2 days, and right now we're working hard, as you can see over here. Stock blocking and defense is hitting. I believe so, I believe in my squad, they believe in me. We do our jobs, we take it back-to-back, 26-0, baby. We're really good, we just got leaders throughout the whole board of the defense. The D-line is excellent, such as last year. We looked up to one another. Linebackers are looking solid. DBs are just as good, so defense is swell. I don't know, that's what they said last year, so we'll see how it plays out the 25th, but I'm ready. I'm pretty sure they are.
I'm ready for this year. It's a big year, one chance, gonna have a lot of fun with my boys, get out there and play hard. I don't like to think about it that way. I think about just going out there and making my own name, getting myself out there, show everyone what I can do, and have some fun. Oh yes sir, we got everyone ready to play, skills everywhere, great guys to play ball. Yeah, opening day we got Mayfield, but I think we're ready. We've been working hard all summer. I think we're ready for the big game, big start. Oh, we're good. We're all one team, one team, offense and defense both, but we're doing good. We're coming together. We got a lot of skills on the outside with Austin Heiss, Derek Reyes, really good receivers, great online, give me time, and we'll be all right. Oh yeah, they're tough. They're great at what they do. It makes us only better every day.
It's been a process, and it's been going on for quite some time, and now these guys are just following the process and doing what we do every day, and our goal is to get better every day. And today we got better than yesterday, and that's what we ask. And we're at the end of practice, and our tallies are down from where we were yesterday, our negative tallies, and getting better every day. That's where we're at. But the attitude's good, and the excitement level's there, and Ram Nation is excited to get started. They're flying around. They're very physical, and and this early you get a little concerned with that staying healthy. But we need to do a good job of making sure that we tailor the practices to gear them down a little bit. But they're physical, and they're running around, and both sides of the ball are really focusing on being selfless and doing their jobs. Well, we like to pretend like we can replace those kind of guys, but at the end of the day, they did some special things for us. We got some guys filling in. They're going to do their own special things. So it's just kind of a new group of guys, next man in mentality, and they've got to find their way just like Josh did and just like Nick did. So we got some young guys in there, but they've got experience, and we're excited to see what they can do against opponents. Mayfield, yeah, you wouldn't want it any other way, though. I mean, we'd rather line up against the best and see where we're at early and start building off of that. So So it's Mayfield, and we're excited for our first game.
Well, a really tough non-conference schedule for the Rams. We mentioned Mayfield, the opener on the 25th here at Rio Rancho Stadium. We'll have it for you on Proview Sports Network. But other games throughout the season, non-conference, include Clovis, really good from District 2, and Monzano, maybe the best team in Albuquerque this year that's poised to make a run to the blue. So in front of them, there's a lot. And then the defending district and state champs, the Rams, of course, in District 1, have Volcano Vista, and their arch rival about a couple of miles down the road, Cleveland Storm, in front of them. Should be another fantastic season. Opener again here on Proview Sports Network. Reporting from Rio Rancho High School, I'm Adam Diehl, Proview. Well, yeah, there you go. So the defending state champs, the Rio Rancho Rams, and their defense, I'll tell you what, looking good. One of those players you saw, Keyshawn Banks, just committed to San Diego State, amongst some other players in the state that are getting D1 offers. But the Rams, just from the eye test, look like they have the team that's going to be there in the long run again in this 2017 upcoming season. Now, we talked about a little bit their arch rival, the Cleveland Storm, a year removed from the state championship. We were able to check them out a couple miles down the road as well. Well, two-a-days start here on Proview Sports Network at Cleveland High School, where the Storm last year made it to the semifinals before bowing out to Las Cruces High. And a year removed from state champs, the Storm now. Angelo Trujillo, fantastic junior year, was cut short, tore his ACL, but looking really good. Back on the field, says he's ready to go now. Coach Heath Ridenauer has already built an amazing tradition at Cleveland High School. He talked about that, and also a monstrous schedule for the Storm, maybe the toughest in the state.
So no, everything's been going perfect. Give a lot of credit to our trainer, Jeff Archuleta. He's been working with me a lot, and our coaches. They've been just doing good with me, giving me a good plan. And it's my teammates. They're just helping me all around me and just making it better. It is. It's really good. I mean, I missed it a lot. It was hard watching my team last year in the playoffs without me, and I missed it. So yeah, our offense looks good. You know, we always have a good offense. We always have a good Coach Ridenauer. He's a really good offense coordinator and head coach. So we're always gonna be pretty good. The expectation here every year is just to win district and win state. I mean, we just have high expectations, and we feel like our team could do it. We don't. Whatever they do, they do. We don't care. We worry about ourselves, and we just want to go out there and prove ourselves.
Yeah, it's fun. I've been doing 7-on-7 all spring and all summer, so it's exciting to get the pads back on and get to hit each other out here. It's a good time. It's pretty nice. We all have a certain goal. We all want to win. We all want to take every week, like week by week, every day, win every day. That's what Coach Ridenauer says. And we all have a connection. We all have the same mindset. We all have the same goal. So we want to get to the main place we want to get to, which is a state championship. We're looking pretty good, especially usually people, when they get the pads on, they start messing up, but we're all still pretty good. We've all been running the stuff we're going to be running during season, during the summer. We just get pads on. It's the same thing.
It's excited to start camp. You want to see the kids with lots of excitement, enthusiasm, and being glad to be here. And that's we're seeing a lot of that out of the kids right now. Our execution, you know, it's going to come along. It's a process. We understand that, but I feel like we're a little ahead of where we were last year, maybe even. Great leadership with our quarterback, our outside linebacker, Dominic Thompson, Jacob Lovato leading our offensive line. And when you have those leaders, good things are going to happen. So seeing those things this early in camp is a promising sign. I lost a lot of hair when Angelo went down last year. He's a good player. He's a playmaker. He's a competitor above all. He's a great teammate. He's a good kid. So to have him back, our team feels rejuvenated. We're excited to have him. We're ready to roll. I know he's excited to be back, and we've been real patient with his rehab. We've given him the opportunity to go out, and we've given him the plan, and he's executed. You got to give him credit. Our trainer, Jeff Archuleta, has pushed him really hard and just laid the plan out and said, if you want him back by August, here's what we got to do. And Angelo put his nose to the grind and got it done. So that's a tribute to his toughness and his desire to get back on the field. And we're proud of our tradition we've built, but our tradition is built around good kids that want to work. And as long as we have good kids that want to work, I feel like we'll be able to hold up that Storm tradition. And these kids come out here and they work every day. And I heard one of the coaches say, and this might be the best compliment we could give our kids, is our kids are grinders. They like to come out and they like to grind. They're not about the frills and all that stuff. So being called a grinder, probably one of the best compliments they could get. You don't get a chance to breathe. You can't look ahead. You know, we open with Oñate here. They got a new offensive system. They got a new head coach. They're going to be real fast and wide open. You know, we don't get really a chance to see them before we play them. So we got to be prepared for everything and be able to make adjustments. Get La Cueva week 2. Jumped up and gave us a big scare last year, and they looked really good this summer. You know, so go that week 2 and go Cruces High. Enough said. Centennial, enough said. Artesia, there's tradition. You know, Atrisco. and then you jump into our district. I mean, where do you stop and breathe? Where do you look ahead? We don't have that opportunity. So we got to take it one day at a time, one play at a time, and just be those grinders.
Well, undoubtedly, Cleveland have the talent this year to make another run at the Blue. Discipline, always a first with Heath Ridenauer. He mentioned that really, really tough schedule, some non-conference opponents like La Cueva, Las Cruces, Artesia, Centennial, and hey, that's a jump cut in there. All right, so Cleveland, they're going to be good. You can tell. Angelo Trujillo, he's back. Looked like he was stable in his knee, tore his ACL last year against Volcano Vista. We talked about that hard schedule, and Heath, you heard him talk about that really tough schedule. It's the toughest one in the state, I could promise you this. We're going to go over that in just a second, but now it's time to bring in some hype. It's hype or not hype. Alden Ioane.
Alden Ioane, also Harvard University.
What's up, man?
What happened to that beard that was on?
You know, you look a lot younger. You look like your playing days.
You know how hockey players grow beards during the playoffs? Well,
yeah.
See, that's where I'm starting off, ground zero, and then playoff time, that playoff beard.
All right, so
will be
state
in full
championship
force.
day, you should have a monster beard, right?
I hope to have somewhat of resemblance of Josh Brown's beard.
All right, well, listen, I'm gonna do it too, okay? And it's probably gonna be exactly what it is right now. It's not gonna change. Okay, so we got to get your take on this. You saw the two teams, Rio Rancho and Cleveland, and you know what they're bringing back. Cleveland's schedule way harder than Rio Rancho's. Cleveland's offense looks amazing. Rio Rancho's defense looks amazing. What's your take? Who are you hype with?
I'd say right now in the season, I am more hype on Cleveland. Rio Rancho, I see them kind of doing what they have been doing, just next man up mentality. I mean, Barrere, kind of the same thing with the Patterson brothers, just keep it rolling. But I think Cleveland is more, as of right now, maybe not later on down the season, but right now, I feel like they're more prepared to be the better team as of right now. So I'm going to say hype on Cleveland.
Check this out, Cleveland. Well, here, let's show you the poll real quick. And this, you can go all of our polls at Proview TV, and you see who's going to win this, who's favored to win this. Volcano Vista, 6% say Volcano, and 52% say Rio Rancho. 30% agree with you, Alden, and say Cleveland. And then you've got PV and Cibola kind of lumped together there. 12% favor that. PV, it's their second year in 6A, and Cibola struggled a bit last year, though I think we're going to show you here a little bit later in the show the Cibola Cougars, who look a little bit better than I thought, but maybe not a surprise. Rio Rancho and Cleveland are the front runners there.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a given. I'm gonna say real quick though that the PV/Cibola, it was more just like Cibola on that 12%. Just want to make that clear.
You wanted to not PV, it was just Cibola probably. Maybe like a 0.5% to PV on that.
Yeah. But I'd say that it's pretty much the poll's pretty much spot on. I mean, Rio Rancho or Cleveland could easily be flip-flopped. We know they're going to both be in the top 4 at the end of the season. They're both going to be playing in the semifinals. It's just interesting it's just interesting to see how they're going to get there.
Well, again, I want to go over Cleveland's schedule real quick because I think it's unbelievable. He's not really happy about it, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Cleveland's going to start off with Oñate, who were in the quarterfinals, by the way, last year in the state playoffs, so they did lose a lot. Then they're going to go and play La Cueva in week 2. Then they have to go to Las Cruces. They'll host Artesia and then host Centennial and also Atrisco Heritage. They'll play at Community Stadium against them, who are favored maybe to win District 4 before they get into their monster conference schedule. So that's ridiculous, right?
Geez, that's a tough schedule right there.
Yeah.
But when you're there in Cleveland, you're licking your chops because you know you're going to get the best of the best New Mexico has to offer every week. And even though it might be a little harder on them in the beginning, it'll help them a lot more come playoff time when they need to swing full forces.
I'm with that. I agree. Hype or no hype, we'll continue with Alden here in just a moment. We've got a couple of more two-a-day coverages that we've went through here on Proview Sports Network, and don't forget the rundown. We'll also be back on Thursday with a lot more for you. So hang on tight. We'll be right back.
Hoops New Mexico Basketball Courts is coming to Albuquerque soon. 10 full basketball courts and a whole lot more. For more information, contact
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
August 23rd, mark it down. Game 1 of the season starts on a Wednesday night, and we've got it for you. Trisco Heritage is going to take on Monzano. We'll have previews of both of those teams throughout these next couple of weeks as the Proview rundown. We'll get ready for our season openers for everything, including a lot of UNM games that are going to be happening that we're going to be broadcasting as well, men's and women's soccer and also women's volleyball, and of course the high school season in football and also volleyball and soccer as well. So it's all coming to fruition here on Proview Sports Network. We continue 2-a-day coverage. We were able to check out the Cibola Cougars. We just went over a couple of their competitors in District 1, and let's see what Rod Williams and crew has to offer. 2-a-day coverage here at Proview Sports Network continues from Cibola High School now. The Cougars obviously in a very tough district in District 1 and looming in front of them, rivals Volcano Vista, Cleveland, and also Rio Rancho, but a very tough non-conference schedule as well. Rod Williams thinks maybe his team flying under the radar a little bit. Talked about that and what's upcoming for the Cougars.
I think we're doing great. We're working hard. We're putting in a lot of work. We're executing a lot, and we're just becoming a better team and a family. Oh, yeah. Monday was a little slow, but it's Monday. But on this rest of the week, we've been working hard, putting in a lot of work. We've been hyping each other up and just being a team. I think if we execute right and we play as a team and not getting each other's butts about stuff and just pick each other up, we'll be fine.
2-a-days, they, like my quarterback Marcus said, they started out slow, but over the week it's been progressing, and we've been working really hard. I've been seeing the changes in the team. Our defense is looking solid, man. We're really physical, aggressive. I think we're going to be a pretty solid team. Man, it's always a challenge in our open game, trying to see where we're at, going to build from that. But I think we're ready. I think we're going to be good.
Well, the 2-a-days has been something where it's been a lot of learning. It's a process where, you know, we did some things during the summer, and now we're just trying to execute those same things faster, though. And, you know, we've talked about in the program with the kids a lot about the process of doing things and slowly getting better and understanding why we're doing things and breaking things down through chalk talk and then actually walking through it and then trying to get some tempo to it. So really that's what it's been doing, is just trying to tighten everything up a little bit and make sure we can go a little faster than what we've been doing. Yeah, the district every year, just from the feeder programs up, is just really talented. A lot of good players, a lot of good coaches, and so every year I don't see that changing anytime soon. It's just going to be a battle, and we got to work hard and compete against ourselves and be fundamentally sound and execute what we do. And we get to that point, we just hope we're firing on all cylinders and can compete with those guys. Yeah, you know, I hear a lot of good things about La Cueva. I know they return a lot of guys. They have a great defense, coaching staff. So I know that's going to be a battle for us, but we feel like if we execute and do what we can do and we're working hard, we give ourselves a chance to compete in every game we're in, and I know they feel the same way, and it should be a great matchup.
Now, as mentioned, first up, is the La Cueva Bears. It'll be at New Senda Stadium. It'll be Proview Sports Network's first game on My 50 TV, so a big matchup for both sides. Coach Rod Williams also talked about some other non-district opponents. They have to travel all the way to Carlsbad on a day trip on a Friday, so very difficult for the young Cougars. We'll see if they can handle it. Reporting from Cibola High School, I'm Adam Diehl, Proview Sports Network. All right, well, hey, look, that's your squad right there. You used to play for those Cougars, okay? So
I played on that very field many times.
All right, you've probably done some throwing up on that field.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think about your Cougars? I thought they looked better than what I was anticipating.
Well, I'm going to say this about Cibola for sure is that I'm a huge fan of Rod Williams. I'm going to say I'm hype on him. I feel like he is the coach that the Cibola Cougars need. I'm looking for them to finish third place into the division this year. I feel like it's going to be Cleveland and Rio Rancho at the top, obviously, but I feel like Cibola has a really good case to get into that third place slot and maybe a 10 or 11 seed in the playoffs.
I would agree with you. That probably fits in where I think they should be. I think new junior quarterback looked pretty impressive. We're going to find out he's going to be under some duress, but interesting enough, Cibola are going to take on La Cueva. That's our first game on My 50 TV on a Friday night, so it'll be on the 25th of this month, August. So that's an interesting matchup, and we have a preview of La Cueva that we'll show you on Thursday. So let's continue on here with two-a-day coverage, and we'll shift gears to a different district now. Let's go to District 4, and Ron McMath, who just was victorious in the North vs. South All-Star game with the North winning 36-0 against the South. Well, now he's got a different task, maybe not as talented, obviously a team with the West Mesa Mustangs. Two-a-day coverage continues here on Proview Sports Network from West Mesa High School. Now, the Mustangs last year had a really good chance at winning district. Didn't get it done, but Ron McMath and crew think maybe this is the year that they could take hold of District 4. Two-a-day is obviously going really well so far. A team that's getting ready for Del Norte in a scrimmage against Monzano coming soon.
Our squad this year is pretty strong. We're busting our butts off every day. And we're progressing pretty good every day. Doing pretty good. There's no concerns right now. We're looking good. A shot at district, it's a 50-50. It's everybody's hands right now. But I strongly believe we have a shot this year. Personally, let's get this team out there, get their jobs done. Make sure everybody's doing their job. And make sure we're scoring out there.
A lot of stuff to work on, but it's still summer practice. We'll get the season started. I think we do have a shot. Everyone has a shot, but I think we're favored. And give them the best QB as possible so I can get my team in a good position to win. It's a good starting game for us. Hopefully we bring out a W.
The kids are working hard. They're doing everything we ask them to do. Seems to be progressing with the schemes pretty well. We just got to work on that individual effort is the main thing we're after. And we're trying to work on more player development more than scheme development. So, our emphasis has been on one-on-one instruction and getting the kids to be better at point of attack. I think the district's wide open. I think it always is. I think some people are looking at Atrisco. Obviously, they've won it several years in a row. Valley's going to be good. Albuquerque High. It's an open district, but we feel like we have as good a chance as anybody. We're looking forward to it right now. It's in the back of our mind, but we know we got to take one practice at a time. We got to get better every day, and our scrimmage against Monzano, that's not going to be easy. And then after that, then we'll really start focusing in on Del Norte.
Well, numbers have been a little bit down across District 4. In fact, West Mesa and Atrisco may be the only two teams in District 4 that field JVs. Now, Coach Ron McMath talked about Del Norte High School and the team getting ready for it. Said not going to start scheming, though, for it until after practice with Monzano High School. So, coming forward on the 24th, the opener at Community Stadium, West Mesa, going to be ready for it. Reporting from West Mesa High School, I'm Adam Diehl, Proview Sports Network. Okay, so there you go. Here's District 4 and what Twitter thought was going to win the district. And Atrisco, Patrick Johnson thinks his squad's going to be good. 38% say Atrisco, 20% say West Mesa, 25% want Coach Judge Chavez and the Vikings, and then 17% Albuquerque High School or Rio Grande. So who are you going to go with, Alden Ioane?
I think I'm going to stick with the poll on this one. I'm definitely going Atrisco. But the order of it, I would actually say I imagine Albuquerque High being the sleeper team and maybe sneaking into that second place position over Valley. I feel like Valley and West Mesa are kind of in the same boat. They're definitely rebuilding this year. It's going to take a while, but usually both of these schools have good YAFL programs and stuff like that growing up. So we'll see if they're able to get all these new faces in and get them rolling with my old coaches, Ron McMath and Judge Chavez.
There you go. Your old coaching staff. All right. So I'm not gonna shy far away from this either. I think Atrisco's clearly the favorite. I think West Mesa has a little bit more rebuilding than Ron McMath wants, and Albuquerque, they might be on the up and up. So we'll see. Judge Chavez, second year back at Valley, we'll find out what's in front of him. But I'll say Atrisco as well. Let's take a look at some of the other polls that we put on here at Proview TV. You could follow us again at Proview TV. Let's go to District 3. Very, very tough district. We weren't able to fit them all on here. Las Cruces, obviously, though, they're returning so many skill position players. Peyton Ball, of course, Ivan Molina, and Brandon Baeza, three of the big ones coming back. 73% say Las Cruces, as to 11% Mayfield, 13% Centennial, and then 3% other. Remember, that other is either Hobbs or Carlsbad or Oñate or Gadsden, but I don't think they're going to fit in here.
Yeah, right. I definitely agree with this poll too. I'm definitely hype on it. Las Cruces, I feel like, is hands down the best team in this district. They should easily be able to take it with Brandon Baeza and company. They've had some known problems on the offensive line, coming in with 4 or 5 new starters, which I don't think will be that big of a deal. These are the perfect times, these 2-a-days, where they're going to all get in sync and get the blocking formations down and everything. But as far as Mayfield and Centennial, I'll take Centennial over Mayfield this year. I feel like Mayfield is starting to go in the wrong direction when we're used to seeing them in the state title game pretty much every year. It was a thing. So I agree with this poll, and I'm going to say I'm hype on it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Las Cruces, I think, is favored. I will say Mayfield's returning a ton of talent from last year, so we'll see. But it's going to be interesting. It will probably come down to those three. I know Hobbs might be pretty good this year. Carlsbad, they might have a good squad. We'll see. It's a very tough district. It'll be interesting and all. And then also, real quick, in District 2, I think this might be the most fun district. I think El Dorado and Sandia are lagging a little bit. Santa Fe is now independent, but Clovis is going to be good. They've got a new coaching staff. La Cueva looks very physical. Manzano might be the favorites in the Metro. Real quick, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely take Manzano. I'm going to disagree with this poll. I feel like Manzano has the most returning talent, but La Cueva, with that offensive mind of Rico Marcelli, we'll see what happens.
I like what you're saying. Jason Pohl will probably take the El Dorado Eagles, even though only 15% of them say, here, can I fit in there better? Okay. You getting that Eagle going, Alden, or the wave? Was that? Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to go. You know what? I hate to keep agreeing with you. I'm going to go with Manzano, at least for now. But I do like La Cueva. I thought they looked very physical. We have the update for La Cueva, so come back Thursday. We've got more 2-a-day coverage, more preseason coverage as we get ready to start the season for the entire crew. Jason Pohl, Josh Brown, Brody Diehl assisting as well, and Alden Ioane. I'm Adam Diehl. It's been fun, I guess, the rundown.